The cast. Chuck-a-Doodle-Doo inherited Golden Egg Securities from his uncle Dan, who disappeared in mysterious circumstances, and has made it his mission to find him again. Chuck is the clumsiest chicken on Rocky Perch Island, and the least likeliest hero you'd ever meet. That was until he received Uncle Dan's mystical talisman, an object that bestows the wearer with amazing kung fu abilities. In the guise of his alter ego, Kung Fu Chicken, he protects the inhabitants of Rocky Perch from Dr. Mingo and the many other villains that lurk around the island. In his role as Kung Fu Chicken, Chuck has many amazing abilities, but still relies on his best friends, Flick and Wing, to get him out of trouble when things go wrong, and since they go wrong frequently, Flick and Wing are kept very busy indeed. In 3. The cast. Flick Feathers is a beautiful, feisty white dove with an attitude. She's the real brain of the team, the character that is most likely to find a solution or come up with a brilliant plan to save the day. Flick treats her work very seriously and likes to be diligent in everything she does. Unfortunately, she works with two of the messiest, clumsiest birds on Rocky Perch Island, her two best friends, Chuck and Wing. Flick is a kung fu expert with incredible speed and acrobatic abilities that she often uses to get her friends out of trouble. Flick is an expert with her throwing ring, a device that she can hurl with pinpoint accuracy. The cast. Wingspan is an outgoing, friendly hornbill, and the dreamer of the group. He's also an enthusiastic, amateur inventor, who is forever building strange devices that never actually work in the way he originally intended it to. Although he's a little scatter-brained, it doesn't stop this optimistic bird from creating ever more feather-brained contraptions to aid him and his friends in their security work. Wings is the shortest, stockiest member of the team, and unlike his friends, he's not a kung fu expert. Wing uses his gadget backpack to make up for his lack of height and maneuverability. In Udia Chuck, Chicken. The cast. Dawn and Dex are a family of ducks that have been cyber-enhanced with robotic technology, making each duck super strong and super fast. Dee and his brothers Don and Dex are on a mission to be the richest birds on Rocky Perch Island. However, to do so they have to be able to successfully steal valuables from under the noses of Golden Egg Securities' watchful sentries. Chuck, Chicken. The cast. Ronnie Regal and Gino Guard are the slick and seemingly clean-cut faces of Regal Guard, Golden Egg Securities' biggest and Face's newest rival. Regal Guard is a modern security company that uses state-of-the-art gadgets and machinery to do the same job that Chuck and the gang do in the old-fashioned way, but in double the time. However, Ronnie and Gino's company is just a crafty cover to get their hands on the citizens of Rocky Perch's valuables. But first, they have to make sure Golden Egg Securities closes down, by any means necessary, stealing customers, sabotaging missions and discrediting them at every available opportunity. There's nothing these two villains won't do to get rid of their rivals. Ronnie the Eagle and Gino the Buzzard both carry gum guns that fire globs of sticky gum, enabling them to stick their enemies to the spot. Chuck, Chicken. The cast. Dr. Mingo is Kung Fu Chicken's arch-nemesis and a great mastermind with technology. He's a megalomaniac, out to rule the island of Rocky Perch and its inhabitants, and uses his incredible creations to perform spectacular robberies. Dr. Mingo is a bad-tempered character that turned his back on his peace-loving flamingo family to pursue a life of crime. He doesn't like the color pink, and hates any jokes or reference to his pink feathers. Dr. Mingo inhabits a secret laboratory in the center of the island's dormant volcano with his two hench birds, Pen and Gwyn. Since Golden Egg Securities have started foiling his crimes, Dr. Mingo has become obsessed with capturing that pesky hero, Kung Fu Chicken, and his meddling friends. Chuck, Chicken. The cast. Pen and Gwyn are a pair of mischievous twin penguins who work for Dr. Mingo. The terrible two came from the Antarctic, but misses the cold so much that they wear specially constructed suits that keep them nice and cold at all times. They also wield ray guns that freeze their opponents into solid blocks of ice.